There was once an old hotel located in the heart of the city. Surrounding the hotel were mysterious tales and strange occurrences that haunted the dreams of many. Another reason for the hotel's notoriety was the mysterious disappearances and unknown fates that are resulted from its enigmatic happenings. One night, Sophia, a young tourist staying at the hotel, found a mysterious note in her room. The note stated that she could find the answers in the hotel's basement parking lot. Unable to resist her curiosity, Sophia set out for the parking lot after passing through the dark and deserted corridors of the hotel. She reached the parking lot, however, when she arrived, she noticed that the surroundings were dark and silent. In the corner of the parking lot, she found an old and rusty elevator. The door of the elevator was open, leading into darkness. Trusting her instincts, Sophia stepped into the elevator and descended to the basement. When the door opened, she found herself facing a dark corridor and rows of parked cars lined up. Among the shadows, as she ventured further, she felt the silence and darkness around her intensifying. Suddenly, a deep rumble echoed, and when Sophia turned back, she saw that the elevator door was closed. Panic-stricken, she looked around and realized that the walls of the parking lot were filled with strange symbols and ancient writings. As she glanced around, she noticed shadows darting rapidly behind a car. Sophia began to run in fear, but soon found herself lost in the corridor. At every turn, she felt the presence of something lost in the darkness. Eventually, she reached a door and entered. The room was dark, and an eerie feeling pervaded the air. The walls were adorned with old photographs and decaying furniture. Sophia's heart began to race, and she took a deep breath. Suddenly, she noticed a shadow emerging from the corner of the room. As she turned her gaze, she saw the shadow approaching her. Fearfully, she recoiled, but heard a voice from behind the wall. "This is where your journey ends, where you shall remain." Sophia tried to escape, but the door seemed to be locked. Eventually, as she disappeared into the dark embrace of the room, she became enveloped in the mysterious and terrifying world of the parking lot. In a remote village nestled deep in the mountains, there stood an old inn known as the Whispering Pine. The inn was said to be haunted by the spirits of those who had met untimely deaths. Within its walls, despite the warnings, a group of adventurous travelers decided to spend the night there. Among them was a young woman named Lily, who had always been drawn to the mysteries of the supernatural. As the group settled into their rooms, Lily couldn't shake the feeling of unease that settled over her. That night, strange whispers echoed through the corridors, and the shadows seemed to dance in the flickering candlelight. Lily, unable to sleep, decided to explore the inn in search of answers. As she wandered the dimly lit hallways, she came across a locked door at the end of a deserted corridor. Ignoring the warnings ringing in her mind, she found a key hidden beneath a dusty rug and unlocked the door. Beyond lay a hidden staircase leading down into darkness. Lily hesitated for a moment before descending into the unknown depths below. The air grew colder as she descended, and the whispers grew louder. At the bottom of the stairs, she found herself in a labyrinthine cellar filled with forgotten relics and cobweb-covered furniture. Suddenly, a chill ran down her spine as she heard footsteps echoing in the darkness. panicked. She tried to find her way back, but the corridors seemed to shift and change around her. As she stumbled through the maze-like cellar, she came face to face with a ghostly figure standing at the end of the long hallway. Its eyes bore into her soul, and Lily felt a sense of dread wash over her. With every step she took, the figure drew closer, its spectral form reaching out to her. Lily's heart raced as she realized she was trapped in the grip of the end's dark history. Just when all hope seemed lost, she stumbled upon a hidden passage leading back to the surface. With a burst of adrenaline, she raced towards the faint light ahead, desperate to escape the clutches of the haunted end. As she emerged into the moonlit night, she collapsed to the ground, gasping for air. The other travelers found her moments later, shaken but alive. From that day on, Lily never spoke of her harrowing ordeal in the Whispering Pine, but deep down, she knew that the spirits of the end would forever haunt her dreams.